All right, here we go. So, welcome to the live stream. I went looking for. I was outside. It's very cold in Columbus, Nebraska. There's a little bit of like dusting of snow that's falling. The clouds are moving fast. I couldn't catch anything. So I figured I would just go through a couple of different areas there where there might be live feeds of the super wolf blood moon lunar eclipse, whatever. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep searching for any good ones. I might not be here. I might have myself for a little bit. Plus, if you find any good live feeds, just let me know. This one is 720p. Hey, good morning, Kathy B, or evening for me here, but that's fine. All right. And let's see, might as well. What happens if I go here? Yeah. No. So, nope. Where's the browser? Browser. Oh well. Let's not do that. Okay, so this one is from. What's this feed from? This feed is from Live Super Wolf Blood Moon Eclipse Global News. And let's see if I could find better ones. Again, if you guys can find better ones too, just let me know. And I'll go ahead and switch it to that feed. I'm going to try to find feeds from all over the world because I know it gets pretty cloudy or dark or whatever, or the feed's not very good. So I'll switch to a new feed when it gets to that point. And I'll just switch back if I find a better feed. Super Blood Wolf Moon 2018 live. Let's see. Well, it's hard to find anything that's live. Let's see. Features live. Good. No results found. Great. Ah. Let's see. There's one from NBC News.
I'm creating my.
Let's wait till this is advertisement's done. And they've got a good one. I would. Then they got. Oh, never mind. They're not live. You would think they could do something live, but they don't. You have all the resources in the world, and you don't even broadcast. Broadcast. It's a spell. All right, let's keep looking. Stupid filter is the worst. Okay. That's pretty cool, but it's very far away. I'll keep it there. So again, you don't have to stay on this channel. You can move around. Once I find a better live stream, I'll go ahead and put it on the chat so you can go and go there for yourself. This one is cool, although it's not very good. I'll go ahead and give you the link. That one, and I'll just show people what that is. Oh, can I even talk on my own? Where's my chat for that? Okay, so if you go to the one I just sent, and we'll go and switch it. Just get a better way. I won't switch it. That the one that I put in the link, that one is somewhere in, I don't know where that is, but there's like a castle and stuff. It's zoomed out. Kathy B says it's dark now in Southwest Pennsylvania. My dog is scared to go out. All right, let's see. P&K Science. That's in 1080p. I don't know what they're doing, but it doesn't seem as live streamy. I don't know if that's even a word. Here, I'm gonna switch it real quick. Sorry, don't even see me. So here is P&K. Put it at 1080p. So it's a Sky Tour live stream with Mark D'Antonio. That's where this one is. It just seems like it's frozen, or it's just very slow. I don't know. There's another one at Bye Bye Nuts. It doesn't seem like it's turning red, but here we go. I'm gonna. So if you want to keep watching on this one, the link is in the live chat. You only see the live chat if you're in DLive or YouTube or Periscope. So that one is that's this one. If you want to go ahead and watch this, there's another one. I think it's someone's personal. Let's go ahead and switch it over. So I'm just looking at all these different feeds and giving you guys links to the ones that I think are pretty good. So this one, again, this one's link is here. I don't know why that guy's zooming out. I think he's just a frame of reference. It's a little annoying. Let's see. Okay, there we go. It's a little bit better. Let me look. It's another good one. So far, I like this one the best. Well, that's looks like there's clouds in the way or something to see that sharp angle. Weird. That's gotta be a cloud, huh? Again, it's zooming out. Let's look at another one here. Unirock, what is that? Oh, this is the one where I linked earlier. It's that weird castle in the foreground. Project. See it. Some of these feeds go out, which sucks. Okay, science. The one I had before I liked. Let's go back to, this is the global news one. And now it's live. Oh, wow. I missed a bit. So if you want to go to this global news one, and you can watch it here. And I'll go ahead and put on DLive if you want to watch it there. That one, it's getting pretty dark there. Mama Hannah says she's watching in Las Vegas. Kathy B. Last few nights of almost full moon, my dog insists on staying outside for hours. Unusual for him. You know how many weird words come out from the use of the moon, or just lunar, lunatic, lunacy, moon, full moon. All the stories you get with the full moon, with werewolves and all that jazz. So many stories with the moon. Anyways, I'm gonna keep looking for different feeds. Again, if anyone has a feed that they know of that's pretty good, let me know. I'm gonna keep searching here. Okay. Let's go live. There's one in Alaska. And it's pretty cloudy in Alaska, looks like. That one's dark. Ooh, that's an interesting one. I don't know. So, this one is from Arizona. I'll show you this one. It's pretty good. Excuse me, it's gonna stupid ad. This one is Mr. BB333. I've actually never seen the channel, but oh, it doesn't look like it's live. I'm sorry. It was live. There we go. That one's so far best one. Maybe he's no. There's no live one now. Wow, I think there'd be a lot more. Oh, this one. There's a from Raw Space. Okay, here's one. This one, I don't know who those speakers are. 1080p, it's very good. This one is from Orz, Morocco. If you want to watch it for yourself and you don't want to watch me or listen to me, go to that link. The last one there. And that one will take you to this one, which is, I think so far, this is the best one. I mean, it's even got the UTC time. It's got the penumbral, the partial, the total, and then as it goes away, no clouds. It looks like it's fairly well done. Yeah, this is a good one. Yeah. All right. So if you want to go there, I'm gonna keep looking, but this one looks like the best one right here. Oh, I'll just go ahead and hide myself, but I'll keep talking. Sorry that I'll keep talking. Oh, something got very, very... Okay, there we go. That's better now. So if you want to go ahead and watch this one live, again, for those people who have just joined, you can go to the last link that I'm putting up. And you can go and watch it there. You can listen to them. What I'm doing is I'm just looking around the web and seeing if there's any good live streams of the Super Blood Wolf lunar eclipse. There's a couple people doing things, filming on their phone. I wanted to film on my, well, I wasn't going to film it, but I was going to take a time lapse of everything on my Nikon DSLR. It's not that great, but unfortunately the weather made it so I really couldn't do anything. The moon was fully behind the clouds here in Columbus, Nebraska. The feed, I'll see if I can fix the feed here. I may have too many things on at once. Or just YouTube doesn't like it. Ah, there we go. So far, this is the best feed I've found. And it's at the footage by timeandday.com. It's live from Ouarzazate, Morocco. I've never heard of that city. Nice, Lucas. Lucas is saying he's got a pretty good view from his house in Ohio. The skies are pretty clear. I'm actually feeling a little bit better about watching it from here because it's very cold outside in Columbus. Let's see what the weather forecast is actually right now. From AccuWeather, it's 10 degrees and it feels like -6 degrees. So I was outside with my camera and my tripod and just kind of freezing. I've been drinking this hot coffee that got cold really fast. But I could barely see any of the clouds. I could barely see the moon because of all the clouds. So Kathy B says there were disasters that happened after eclipses. Delaware Indians, Kansas. I'll have to look that up, or if you could send me a link, Kathy, that'd be great. Oh yeah, big blizzard. Yeah, I'm surprised there hasn't really been much snow here in Columbus. It just gets really, really cold, like freezing rain that'll just freeze once it hits the ground. That's not fun when you're driving around in that. Alright, I'm gonna keep looking for I think I'm gonna leave it here. Right now this is the best feed that I've seen. If anyone else knows of a better feed, let me know. But this is the best feed that I've seen so far of the Super Blood Wolf Moon lunar eclipse. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. There's one from Griffith Observatory. You can see it getting pretty red. And I like how they kind of do a little shot on the top right. Picture PIP, PIP, picture in picture. Man, that gets pretty dang red. I wish I had well, I guess it wouldn't matter how good of equipment you have. You just have to be in the right place at the right time. Let's see. Lucas says, I guess it's preparing me for my possible trip to Alaska for the summer. Oh, Lucas, that's pretty cool. I'd love to go to Alaska during the summer. I'm gonna have to plan a trip there in the future. Kathy B. Annals of Kansas. If I was in my joking mood tonight, I would say the annals of Kansas. But let's see. Yeah, Lucas says it's pretty red from where you're at. Yeah, I think let's see. It's weird. You know, I wonder why they don't show it from all around the world. Because there's so many news agencies, right? That they could just get their own cameras. Their own live stream cameras are very capable. If I have a dinky Nikon D7100 with I think it's a 55 to 300 millimeter, and 300 millimeter, it's not as good as this, definitely, but it's good as some of the other live feeds that I see. They can have something that's like this. This is probably just a telescope. And of course, the news agency, it's not like they're gonna not have a couple thousands of dollars to spare for a nice telescope. It'd be nice to see it all over the world. Look, they do the same thing with the New Year's fireworks, right? All the fireworks that happen all around the world, they'll film that. But something like this that doesn't even happen every year. It happens, something like this happens every couple of years. Yeah, Lucas, I know. I once thought of doing that, but I really don't like the commercial fishing industry. And if you didn't know, what Alaska does is that all the salmon that they catch up there, they freeze them, and then they ship them over to China, and China guts them and whatever, and then they ship it back to like Japan, where Japan gets to eat all the live salmon from Alaska. And the salmon that we get in the U.S., it's not even from Alaska. What we do is we get like farm salmon from like Philippines or something like that. Thailand. I don't know exactly remember where. But they get them from there, and then that's where the U.S. eats our salmon. We don't even get it from live Alaskan. It's a little sad. I don't like to think about it. I don't even care because I just fish for my own food. Fish for my own fish. Let me just say that. Can it be? It is completely dark outside right now where she's at. It's sleeting. Yeah, no thanks. I'll stay in my relatively cold basement. It's cold in this basement, but at least I got a blanket and there's no wind and it's not -6 degrees. Oh, a dishwasher. Yeah. A lodge would be interesting. Man, I think it's a little too late for me to do all that stuff, but I think I have to figure out where I don't have to work while taking my family up in Alaska, so we can actually. What I would love to do is just live out in the wilds with my family. Maybe when they're older, when they can help out, and just live out there for just a month and seeing all the different areas, go fishing and all this other stuff. I think that would be pretty cool. Got to be 10 inches of snow, and it's ice. Ouch. Lucas Pompey. McCarthy is dead center inside Wrangell St. Elias National Park, which is 10 million acres of wilderness. Jeez. 10 million acres. One day, I would love to go to Alaska. Now I had all the opportunity in the world to do that. I don't even know what that was. Okay. So that's what that is. I've been missing out on that. Oh, it's a DLive thing. Sorry if you guys heard that. Maybe you get to move to McCarthy. They're pretty well town, no police. The community handles everything themselves. That sounds pretty ideal. We'll look into McCarthy. Alright, so alright. The coverage has stopped from this channel, so let's look at the others. This one, I guess we could watch it from a different angle. Once the other channel comes back up, I will go ahead and switch back to that channel. Of course, there might be some feed issues. Okay. Oh. Okay, good. Let me keep looking. Everyone who lives there year-round has to be self-sufficient. I'm surprised they don't have a reality show about that. Instead, we get the fake Alaskan Bushman or something like that. Yeah, it's a shame. Should look at this one. Not so good. Oh, they're just doing the same thing. Again, with that good other moon coverage. If you want to go ahead and once that's back live, I'll go back to it because that seemed to be the best feed. These other feeds, if you want to know which feed I'm at, you want to go watch on your own without having to hear my voice. Of course, if you want to, you can just mute me. You're not seeing anything else except for what I'm showing. But of course, if you don't want to listen to me, you can go ahead and mute. Else, you can actually go to the website that the URL that's provided in chat. You can go watch there as well. Here, I'm just switching back and forth between different feeds. Got to be a serious self-sufficiency off the grid. Lucas, they actually do have a reality show about the town that's pretty over dramatic. The guy who would be my boss plays the bad guy in his show. I'm gonna have to take a look. Please tell me it's not Discovery Channel that the show's on. Super Wolf Blood Moon Lunar Eclipse. I wonder if NASA is doing a live stream. You would think NASA would do a live stream from the ISS for the Super Wolf Blood Moon. Super Wolf Blood Moon Lunar Eclipse. I'm sorry. Keep messing up on that. Oh no, Lucas, not Discovery Channel. Discovery Channel. Do not watch. It's all fakery from Discovery Channel. It's entertainment, that's for sure. NASA. All right. Nope, NASA is not streaming the. You would think they would do something like this. Like this stuff doesn't happen very often. And they have the capability of doing it easily. I mean, millions of dollars every day. $1 billion a year. But they won't live stream a Super Blood Wolf lunar eclipse from the International Space Station. Gotta make you think a little bit, huh? Why don't they? Maybe they're just lazy? Oh, my friend sent me a pic from his telescope in his phone. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty good picture. Okay. Did you see Kathy B said Lucas Pompey? I don't disagree with you. The show is pretty scripted. Kathy B, did you see the ULA rocket yesterday? Spy satellite? I did not. Lucas, NASA probably can't afford it with all the recent budget cuts. Psh. I'm talking millions. Alright, the other feed is back on. Let's go back. And here we go. Live from so this one is footage by Griffith Observatory. Actually, I think we were just there. LA. It's in California. The feed on the top right is live from Ouarzazate, Morocco. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but that's what it is. And so when you're looking at the very bottom where it says the penumbral partial total, that's based off of the one from the Ouarzazate, Morocco, and not the one from California. That feed from the Griffith Observatory is pretty cool. I wonder if there's a channel that has that. So I could switch to and from. And I will try to find a link for anyone who wants to go there themselves. see. Griffith Observatory YouTube channel. Here we go. So if you want to go watch it from the Griffith Observatory, again, I'll just switch it over so we can see it straight from there. I'll switch it back to the other one once it starts getting good. Oh, is that a star behind onto the top left? Do you guys see what I'm seeing? Anyways, if you want to get to the stream where I'm streaming from, just go to the link at the very bottom. You can watch it live from Griffith Observatory. Oh no. Alright, let's try it again. Here we go. The feed's a little wonky, huh? So far, I like that one, the Griffith Observatory. It's a pretty good one. When the oh man, sometimes the feed dips in and out of the good resolution. Wow, that's pretty weird. Sorry about that. Again, if you want it without interruptions, go to that link. You can see the oh man, I don't know what it is. Sorry, give me a second. I think there's just too much going on. I just probably don't have the bandwidth right now to get all of these at the highest. But anyways, here we go back to the Griffith Observatory one, which is really good. I like it. You can see the two that I don't know what they are. Does anyone know? Is that like Venus and Mars or something? I do not know my astronomy very good. Let's see. Planets lining up tonight. And they don't like me playing back. I don't know why. There's just must be problems with this channel. I have no idea. That's really weird. Sorry, folks. You declined Yellowstone and accepted McCarthy. I would go for Yellowstone if you can. It's awesome there. Anyone who hasn't been to Yellowstone, definitely give it a go. I'm gonna have to figure this out. Maybe I'll do the Google. Do the Google. Just look saying that. That's just horrible. Give me a second here. Yeah. Firefox, you are disappointing me. Here we go.
It's the part that's deeper red is kind of deep into the umbra, and then the top part, which is kind of light, is really skimming the outer edge of the darkest part of the shadow. So that's why you get that kind of coloration that we're seeing here.
It's very beautiful, and I know a lot of people from all over the world. If it's nighttime, you can see the moon and you can see the eclipse if it's clear. And I've been watching some of the comments on Livestream, and for some of you guys who have been there for hours, it's thank you for being part of our audience.
Sorry,
but
Firefox
I know it's
giving me
really
issues,
cold on the East Coast, so a lot of people have been saying that they run outside and then run
better.
back inside and watch it on the stream because it's just so darn cold. But you know, we're pretty lucky to be in beautiful warm climates and have such a beautiful view.
And that's right. And we're happy to provide this live feed of the eclipse out to anyone who's in the area where it's clouded out. And I'm hoping that they're enjoying what we're seeing here in Los Angeles.
Let's find other observatories.
Now, you've been observing this week in Hawaii. What were you observing and how did it go?
Well, first of all, the observing was spectacular. We had amazing, clear, and still skies. If anybody is familiar with the idea of astronomical seeing, it's basically how much the atmosphere blurs a star. And our worst seeing in the 3 nights that we observed was about 0.4 arc seconds. So that is really good. We had 0.3 at times, and just absolutely crystal clear skies, low humidity, just couldn't be better observing conditions. We were observing with the Keck telescope on Mauna Kea and doing some infrared spectroscopy to...
There we go. I didn't know there was anything, any sound. I don't know what they were doing. Anyways, this one is from the Griffith Observatory. Once the one that's in Morocco is there, we can switch there. But this one is the best feed that I've seen. I'm looking at other observatories. Thanks, Lucas, for letting me know. I didn't realize that I didn't mute this one. Again, if you want to go, yeah, Banana, it is dead. Thank you very much. And I am about to kick you out for noting the obvious. There you go. And you are dead too. Bye bye, Banana. Okay. Again, there's 2 different feeds that I really like. If you want to go to the current one, you go to this one that's on Restream. If you want to go to a one in Morocco, you go to the lower one. That one is just showing the one from this one, which is the Griffith Observatory. So you're not seeing anything different. You're just seeing a picture-in-picture in the other site. But again, once they switch back to being live in Morocco, I'll switch it back. And if you want to continue watching it, you can go and continue watching this on the Griffith Observatory channel, which I'm gonna subscribe to because that's pretty cool that they have this up there. Again, oh my goodness. How about that? Aha. I haven't seen outside. All right, no problem, Lucas. Go get some food. Good night, and enjoy your view. I was at a place where I could view this live. Instead, I have to view it with these live streams. But I'm glad that there's observatories here. Okay, I was gonna search what planets are lining up because there's obviously one planet right behind on top right and one that just got covered up on the top left. And let's see. By the way, I need to check something real quick. Sorry about that. Maybe I just needed an update. That's up to date. Wow, I got 1,001 subscribers. I broke the 1K mark. I'm surprised that happened. It doesn't matter to me. Alright,
Eclipse.
Need that. Cool. Now I've got that there, just in case I need to use it. I don't need to, so there's that. The Morocco one is still not ready. IRSFO. Okay, let's see. Again, if you don't want to listen to my voice, just go ahead and mute me. If you want to go watch directly on the Griffith Observatory, very much do so, because it's a pretty good site there. I was going to subscribe there too. And I am now subscribed. Let's see. Tomorrow's Kissing Planets. Let's see. This is an article from Forbes by Jamie Carter. Let's see what this person says. Went to see Venus and Jupiter kiss after the super blood wolf moon. So I think what we're seeing, the light at the top right, that's either Jupiter or Venus. There's one on the top left that got covered up by the moon. Again, that's either Jupiter or Venus. And it says a conjunction, which is a close pairing of the planets Venus and Jupiter, will be visible in the pre-dawn sky. They will be visible about an hour before sunrise in the eastern pre-dawn sky. Although easy to see on January 21st, they will actually be at their closest, separated by just 2.4 degrees the following morning. Ooh, that's a pretty magic number. I won't say magic, it's an interesting number. 234 is the mirror 432, and if you research 432, that is a pretty special number. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. Maybe not. Maybe that's. I was wrong. I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I don't know enough about it. But here says how to go stargazing during the super blood wolf moon. You can also get some incredible stargazing done tonight. The super blood wolf moon will be visible just beside two bright stars of Gemini, Castor, and Pollux. I thought those are three stars. Are those 3 stars? Why did he say 2 bright stars? Okay, so if you don't know what I'm seeing, see right there, there's that bright star. That's, I don't know which one that is. However, it's what's right beside the moon that will be of most interest. While looking at the moon in a pair of binoculars in the same field of view will be the beehive cluster, known as the Praesepe and M44 of 1,000 stars, one of the nearest open clusters to our solar system. So okay, that star, like I was saying, is either Gemini or Castor and Pollux. So Castor and Pollux is a star. I never knew that. So I don't know why they have to make it so confusing. They named the star Castor and Pollux. Ah, goodness. So that's either Gemini or it's Castor and Pollux. The one that got covered up on the top left is the other one. Okay, I'm going to switch it back to this view real quick. The one in Morocco. If you want to go and stay in this one, that's fine. Let's go there. And we did good. And it's a 1080p. What's great is they're shooting at 1080p. So this is the one that's at Morocco. And it's not as red as the Griffith Observatory one. What's great about this is they have the picture-in-picture of the Griffith Observatory You know what I might do? I might do a picture-in-picture as well, but have a big view on both. Let's see. That'll be a little bit a pain in the butt, but I guess I can go ahead and try that out. Otherwise, I think this is fine. Anyways, I think I'm going to switch to the Griffith Observatory. Yeah, just we got deeper colors in that one, although this one looks really, really good. And the total is almost done. Oh, yep. They're going through a couple of things, so let's go and switch back to the Griffith Observatory. So just, wow, that's pretty deep red on the bottom right. And let's see. I think I've read a little bit of Lakota cosmology. I'd definitely be happy to look into that again. Look, there's one from steemartslab.com. Lakota cosmology meets particle physics. That's definitely something that I would investigate, huh, Kathy? So again, those that are just showing up, that is either Gemini or it's Castor and Pollux. There's that bright star. There's a bright star right around here that's behind the moon's visibility. That's the other bright star. And then later on in the morning, if you wake up and want to go outside, you should be able to see Venus and Jupiter very, very close together. Where is Griffith Observatory anyways? Let's see. Observatory. It's in LA, Los Angeles, California. Okay. So Griffith Observatory is in LA. Oh, I should have known that. That's what the other site was saying. And the other one that I will switch to is the Raw Space channel, which is actually filming it in I can't remember the city, but they're in Morocco. Gosh, of all these different channels, there's only just a handful, but two of them that I really like. It's this one and then the Morocco one, which is the best visibility that you'll see. The Navajo cosmology. Yeah. There's a lot of research I'm behind on that I needed to keep looking into. There's so many distractions out there, it's pretty tough. But I guess I will focus. Navajo don't watch eclipses. Huh. I want to know why. Thank you, Kathy B. Okay. So it says here from last year. This is by USA Today. Yeah, mainstream corporate news. I'm sorry, but they say written by, I guess, Mark Paletta and Shondon Silversmith in the Republic. It says Navajos mark solar eclipse. Is that the same as lunar eclipses, or is it just solar eclipse? But they mark solar eclipses as sacred phenomenon by not watching. Let's see. So from Phoenix, they say on Monday, this is of course in 2017, so it's not relating anything to this lunar eclipse, but it might be the same. It says on Monday, as millions across the U.S. clamor for a view of the solar eclipse, Freddie Johnson and his family will stay at home and avert their eyes. They will sit quietly in their Mesa, Arizona home during the 4 hours it takes the eclipse to complete its journey. They will abstain from food and water. They will not bathe, comb their hair, or sleep. Everyone is talking about how it's a once-in-a-lifetime occurrence to see the eclipse, said Johnson, who is Navajo and works as a culture and language consultant. For us, it's a no-no, even if it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Johnson's 6 children, including his son, who is set to start college Monday, will miss class to mark the sacred communication occurring between the sun and moon. On the Navajo reservation, at least 4 districts have counseled school to respect cultural traditions. Some people will be praying, some will be meditating, some will be telling the story of the creation of the sun and the moon, said Elvin Keyswood, cultural specialist with the Central Consolidated School District. It's a great teaching moment for all of us. Sacred renewal. The sun and moon are powerful deities in Navajo culture. The sun controls and regulates the universe, while the moon controls and regulates the earth. Such responsibility is draining. Navajos believe the sun dies during an eclipse, the term for the phenomenon. I'm going to butcher whatever this is. Johanna Ea Das means the sun is dead, and then is reborn through an intimate process between the sun and the moon. Just like you don't watch other humans or animals being intimate with each other, you don't watch the sun and moon during the renewal. Keyswood said, you stay inside, you sit still, you don't run around. Because the timing of the eclipse will coincide with many schools' lunch and recess periods, Navajo students would have had a difficult time complying with cultural practices had reservation districts not canceled class. According to traditional teachings, looking at the eclipse can cause eye problems, digestive issues, sunburns or rashes, migraine, headaches, or birth defects. A ceremony is needed to put a mother and child back in harmony if a pregnant woman watches the eclipse. Medicine men and elders historically sing sacred sun songs to help re-strengthen the sun and bring everything back to harmony and balance, according to a cultural guide issued by Pinon Unified School District. Once the eclipse ends, Navajos may go outside, pray, and have a first meal of corn pollen to recognize the rebirth that has occurred. We also retie our hair, Keyswood said. Our teaching is that when man was first made, the rays of the sun became the hair, so for respect, it will be brushed out before and undone during the eclipse. It's pretty cool. There's a lot more to this article. It's pretty easy to find if you just do a Google search for Navajo don't watch eclipse. Kathy B. also look at ancient petroglyphs. Alright, so it's getting very dark now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch it back to the observatory in Morocco, in Ouarzazate, Morocco. And I will go ahead and make sure I don't capture the cursor. The only times I want to show the cursor is when I want to show something in particular, but since I'm not anymore, that's fine. So the main picture you're seeing is from Morocco, and then the picture on top right is from the Griffith Observatory. What's interesting is with this one, What from Morocco? The brightness is on top right, while the one in LA and California, the light is still on top left. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that. Also, we don't really see the two bright stars, Gemini and Castor and Pollux. Oh shoot, that's weird. Yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you. There we go. So when I switch between, I will have to you know what? I'll have to switch it between the browsers. That would make things a lot easier, huh? So let me get the two different browsers. Thank you, Mr. Moods. So this one works here. So let's go ahead. Sorry for that jazzy jazz. All right. So if I need to switch it back and forth between, so for example, this is the one that's in where Zate. As long as it's still good. Yeah. And then if I want to switch it back to the Griffith Observatory, I can just go ahead and do this. Wazaa! Magic! And switch it back. Here we go. Alright, so. Alright. Kathy B. Also, I wanted to tell you about Geechee Manitao, but much is gone from the net. Yeah, I have a feeling about that. There's much gone from just physical bookstores too. All the mom and pop bookstores have been have died off. So a lot of older textbooks are gone. I've never even heard of Geechee Manitao. It means Great Spirit in several Algonquin languages. 4 layers on Earth. So again, if anyone wants me to switch it back to the Griffith Observatory, just let me know. It's pretty dark on that one. Can't see much, so I may not focus on that one. If I had more time for setup, I would do a bigger picture-in-picture within both. Actually, no, let's try it. I'll spend some time on doing that. So let's do studio mode, zoom 2, and we'll get picture-in-picture. Alright, there is that. And there's, ooh, that got dark fast. Oh, crud. I hate it when that happens. Okay, so. Oh my goodness, I did it again. Left image border. Let's get rid of that. Yes. Ticker overlay, get rid of that. Yes. Okay, Brio, let's get rid of that. Firefox browser, finally, here we go. Shorten it here. Shorten it here. Shorten it here. Shorten it there. go. And for that one, oh wow, I don't want to do that yet. Oh, that's cool. Sorry, you guys aren't seeing what I'm saying. So I'm doing a picture within picture. And I will try to get some words here. Let's do a text GDI. OUARZAZATE. Okay, let me do left words. Sorry if you guys are talking. In chat, I am not really paying attention right now. OARZAZATE Morocco. All right, there we go. And then we'll do another one, which is another text GDI. Right, words. This is in Los Angeles, California, Griffith Observatory. There we go. And let's go ahead and enlarge that. Oh. Make it bigger. Oh, right words. Can't make it bigger because oh, there we go. Let's make it smaller. Let's make that one smaller. All right, here we go, and I am transitioning. All right, so on the left is Ouarzazate, Morocco, and on the right is Los Angeles, California from the Griffith Observatory. I just got a picture. That way you don't have to go back and forth. You can just go ahead, and it's not a small picture-in-picture. They're real size, 1080p. It's just cropped, so there's no size differential. And enjoy that. Okay, so Kathy B fits in with Flat Earth. Archaeologists are hiding history. Yep. Smithsonian Institute for one. Yeah, definitely. All the major stuff out there. All right, so how do you like that? I just cropped out all the fluff, and on the left you see Ouarzazate, Morocco, and on the right you see Los Angeles, California, the Griffith Observatory. You're welcome. Just kidding. All right. No problem, Mr. Moods. Oh, they're switching over, so I'm just gonna switch it to transition. There you go. So right now they're just kind of doing stuff, so not showing the both. Right now it's just the Griffith Observatory, and then once the other feed is back showing the eclipse, I'll go and switch it back. Oh, it's pretty bright. Look at that, as it's coming out of the lunar eclipse. can't believe there's just what 5 or 6 feeds out there of the lunar eclipse, and I'd say there's probably a lot of other people doing a little bit of live streams. I've seen someone do it from their phone, someone do it from a video camera, someone doing it from some other thing, and not too great. But there's 2 great feeds, one from the Griffith Observatory, and I guess the one that's in Morocco is also a observatory too. Has there ever been a live stream of, or just even a video that NASA did within the ISS of a lunar eclipse? I mean, they've got all the gadgets. Let's see, lunar eclipse from ISS. Well, none from... No, I guess not. Why? You know how awesome it would be? I know. I'm sorry to say it, that the ISS isn't really up there orbiting the Earth. At least not what they film. Because it would be awesome to film a lunar eclipse from up there live. But you know what? They're not going to film it live because every live stream that they do is pre-recorded. And it would easily... Well, they're pretty easily debunked anyways. It would just easily be debunked. That things aren't quite the way that they're supposed to be. If they did show their pre-recorded live stream. Alright, so the other channel is still doing their explanations, so once they're done with that, I'll go and transition back so you can see both on one screen. Which is killing me. It's like, it's the other one. Stop telling us all this other stuff. We just want to see the super blood moon wolf whatever eclipse. But nope. They want to show us the diagram. That's something NASA would do. Come on. We just want to see... Alright, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and show the other one. And I'll just readjust it. It's a pain in the butt to readjust it. See what they're doing? So once they're done, I have to redo everything. Like, why couldn't they just show us the feed? Show us the feed. So right now on the left, it's really not going to be sharp because I'm just enlarging the feed of their smaller feed. Oh my goodness. You guys are killing me. You just want to watch, right? You guys are same as me. We just want to watch it. And let's go ahead and move that one up above. I'm gonna have to quiet that down. I guess. Let's make it smaller. This is a hassle. I'm telling you, it's a hassle. Okay. There you go. How's that? Hopefully they'll switch it back so we can actually see a better And once they switch over, I have to redo everything again. And here I just want to show a comparison because I guess they're the two opposite sides of the world, right? I mean, California compared to the distance of Morocco is I don't know if they're exactly the opposite side of the world, but they're pretty far apart. Let me see. Excuse me. To Morocco. Can't even spell Morocco. What's the distance? 6,000 miles. 6,000 miles from California to Morocco. So 25,000 miles if you want to go from one side to the all the way around. So 6,000 is a third. Okay, a third of the distance. Pretty cool. Looks like they need to readjust. They're still talking. See? All right, good. They're readjusting. I wish they would just show us the dang super blood wolf moon, but all they're doing is talking. They're talking and whatever. NROL71. Kath, you gotta come on and talk one day because you've got loads of data in that noggin of yours. They're talking about a partial solar eclipse back in January 6th. I did not know that. Okay, let's see. Man. So many people watching. Not on my channel, of course, but just so many people watching elsewhere. Isn't it weird that we're seeing it from different angles? I would think, like, let's see, 6,000 miles, 6,000 miles, 24. It's a fourth. It's a quarter. So yeah, okay. So it would be quarter. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. If it was like exactly, oh my goodness, I have to readjust this. I'm sorry, driving me nuts here. It would be nice to see one that's like exactly 6,000, 6,000, 6,000, 6,000 miles apart at the same time, so we can see all the different adjustments of the eclipse. Here's the weird thing. Like the Earth is they say the Earth is 4 times the size of the moon. If you look at the curvature of the Earth within what we see on the moon, it seems like a lot bigger than 4 times what the curvature of the moon is. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? I think, well, since I'm in the camp of flat Earth, I think it's something else out there that's causing lunar and solar eclipses. I don't know what it is. That's my thought. Something else out there, which is just a weird thought. But it's the only thing that makes sense to me. Gosh, I wish they would just stop talking about stuff and show the full feed. This is like the best 2 live streams we've got, and one of them is just deciding to talk about solar eclipses, and they are just showing a small portion of the actual super blood wolf moon. It's killing me. It's killing me, I'm telling you. Why do they do this? Why? It has to be on purpose. There's seriously. It's killing me. Seriously. They're doing it on purpose. There's no other reason I could think of. Can we get a good clear picture, please? Someone out there from raw space, hey, can you just show us the feed from Orzazate? You know what? I'm gonna look for see if they have a direct feed. I don't want to take it from these fools. Ouarzazat Morocco Observatory. I would have to think that it is Sahara Sky Observatory. Let's see. Eclipse live. Time and date. Can we watch video feed? Gosh, we're missing out. We're missing out because they don't want to show us. Why? You want me to show you exactly what they're talking about? Alright, I'm gonna switch it real quick. This is what they're doing. They could show like a crisp feed from Ouarzazate, Morocco. Instead, they are talking. They're talking. They're doing this. We don't want to see Graham Jones and Ann Buckle, right? We want to see. We want to see the full, crisp video of the lunar eclipse. Oh my God. You guys are killing me. I'm telling you, look, these idiots. Why don't you show the big thing and show that little thing that you're the graphic on the small picture-in-picture. See what I mean? Oh my God. Sorry, I just, my goodness. What's wrong with this world? I know what's wrong with this world. There's a lot wrong with this world. It has to do with people and idiots. Oh my gosh. Can't we just get the full feed? It's gonna be over. You guys missed it. And you're gonna be like, oh, hope you enjoyed, you know, half of probably the whole event. And we only gave you the full picture video for a quarter of it because we wanted to talk about stuff and show you graphic diagrams. Ah. Gosh, just killing me here. Just killing me. Going out of my mind. Maybe I am out of my mind. Maybe I'm a lunatic. Oh, looks like they did something. Alright, let me reset transform. Finally. See? It's like, why couldn't you have done that before? Now we could just observe what we're wanting to observe. There we go. Yes. And let's go adjust it. Isn't that cool? Now we can see two different live stream feeds of the lunar eclipse, and we don't have to deal with them talking. And if you don't want to deal with me talking, just mute me. But on the left is Ouarzazate, Morocco. On the right is Los Angeles, California, from the Griffith Observatory. Sorry if I adjust the feed, but they don't seem to adjust things very well. You know, I'm surprised the observatories, they don't have pre-programmed movements of the telescopes. I mean, what are we? It's 2019. You would think they already know the path that the moon's going to take, and the telescope will make the incremental changes to follow it, so they don't have to keep adjusting it manually within small little bits. But I digress. Oops. It's not live from Columbus. Well, it is live from Columbus, Nebraska, but I'm not filming any of this stuff. I may have to adjust my title. Dang it. I was expecting to live stream. With my Nikon. That didn't go so well because, well, one, there's an issue with that, and two, it's bloody cloudy over here. What I want to see once it's fully revealed, and I'm gonna have to show my. Okay, I'm not gonna show anything. I want people just to look at it. But have you guys noticed that on one of the live streams, the moon is that's the best way to do it. It's rotated. I don't know which one it is that's rotated, but one of them is rotated. Because if we're looking from our viewing angle, the moon is going to be not rotated. You see what I mean? It's always going to show as it's supposed to show. Oh my goodness, which one is this coming from? Alright, let me adjust this again. Sorry. My two moons. Edward Snowidus. Yes. So what I'm doing is I've got two different live streams. One is from Time and Date, which is showing Ouarzazate, Morocco's. I think they have an observatory there, maybe. So they have that, and then there's another live stream from the Griffith Observatory from LA in California, and that one's on the right. So I'm just getting it directly from those feeds. I assume that it's in color. The reason you might see, well, they probably are in color because we saw like the reddish hue that occurred. But the differences that you see in the saturation is probably based on ISO or just the contrast. It's just the light levels or something. Ooh, space.com has another feed. That's from Coffee B. Let me see. Oh, okay. They're showing different feeds, I think, from Griffith Observatory. No, they're just showing it from there. I would love for anyone from Morocco, if you guys are out there, and if you're looking up right now and seeing the lunar eclipse, is that the exact position you're seeing it from? Same thing with people in LA. If you're looking up at the moon, is that the same position? It's not rotated? Because it's just one of them is rotated differently from the other. Yeah, the saturation is different, and so is the angle. But the angle, I could see it because the distance between Morocco and California is about 6,000 miles. So if you're going to go from one point of the Earth and circle the globe, it'll be around 24,000 miles. So they're quarter the distance from each other as far as the distance of round globe Earth. Sorry, not round globe Earth. It's just weird because I always have to think now in terms of globe Earth and also flat Earth. I'm not just thinking in terms of globe Earth anymore. I always have to include the flat Earth in my analysis and thinking. I wish it wasn't so. And like there's so many YouTube channels or just channels out there. It's like setting something up like this is so simple, but I don't see people doing it, and I wish people would do it. I mean, I just think it's kind of nice, isn't it? Isn't it nice? You can see two different comparisons. On the left is Morocco, on the right is California. Where's Ryan when we need him? I don't know. In Australia is it's past, right? So they had their lunar eclipse, didn't they? Or they can't see it because it's daytime. Unless, no, you could still have lunar eclipses during the daytime. I don't know. See, just thinking of this in globe and flat, and then just the different angles and positions, it would just take so much time to plan that out. Kathy B, I look like hell, or I would LS. What's LS? Sorry, I'm not good with abbreviations. Oh, live stream. Hell, I'm not. You don't see me during this live stream. Maybe in the beginning. I mean, you don't have to be visible to live stream. But one of the things I'm glad is that I don't really have a lot of people who watch, because then I don't really have to maintain the chat. I could just maintain the feed, It's a lot easier. And that's nice. It's easier, I guess. See, we missed a good part of the latter penumbra because the raw story would rather focus on them. Did you guys just see that? Oh, okay, they switched it. Why? Why? They're showing the same thing. You don't want to see that. Come on, guys. You know what? I'm gonna create a copy of the Firefox. Copy and paste duplicate. Sorry. Let's do this all in the. So what I'll end up doing is I'm just gonna adjust this one and hide the other. That way if they switch it back, I can oh shit. Sorry. Let's do this. Sorry. I'll just switch it back. Because what they're doing is they're switching it to. Oh my goodness, they're not even doing that. Oh my god. Alright, so I'll just I'll just switch it back to just switch it back to this. See, you got the thanks, Kathy. Gaming lunatics. You're funny. You know, you're a funny troll. I would give you that. You know, but I will make you get a new another account to come back on just to chat. Just know that I will take you out. Oh, thanks, Kathy. Anyways, yeah. What's killing me, like I'm saying before, is like we can be watching a feed from Morocco of this lunar eclipse, but instead they would rather do this. They would just talk. Not just talk, but show themselves, but not actually show the eclipse anymore. So I'm just showing this one. If I see a change, I'll go ahead and put them back together again. Oh man. Yeah, I wish I guess it's weird because I always thought of like a journey or some adventure was always going to be like an external one, but it feels like the adventure and the journey is an internal one. You know what I mean, Kathy? I've been everywhere. When I first started. Oh, Jeeve from DLive. Oh, I'm sorry, I kind of lost track. Jeeve is from Belgium. Jeeve says, I watched for an hour with binoculars and looks more red without binoculars. Also, it's not that red at all here in Belgium. Yeah, I noticed that it was redder in California than in Morocco. That's interesting. Good observation. Sorry, I usually don't look at DLive because most people who are on DLive, they usually just watch other gaming live streams, not really stuff that I do, and which is all over the place. Started with politics, got woke by. Oh, all right. Let me adjust. Oh, their feed went out again. Oh, no. Here it is. There we go. Good. They're back. They're still talking, but at least they're showing the feed from Morocco again. Thanks, Kathy, but well on my way to where? Into what? It's like, it's weird because okay, so I'm on my journey, but I don't know where I'm heading. I mean, I have a guess where I'm heading. How I'm gonna get there, I have no idea. No one seems to know. I think there's a few that's made it. And if it's, you know, it's just, there's so few that have made it, and there's with so little information, because all the knowledge out there has been hidden purposefully, for good or for bad. It's been hidden from good organization, from good secret societies to bad secret societies. They've been hidden by both. So we're trying to figure all this stuff out without all this knowledge that's been hidden. It's nearly impossible. The thing is, the ones who've hidden it and are using this knowledge for whatever means, they've not reached the end journey where they could be. And why not? Anyways, oh my goodness, they did it again. Sorry, folks, not my fault. I know it seems like it could be my fault, but it's not. It's the other feeds that are going back and forth. Won't know exactly till you get there. Thanks, Kathy. Yeah, I know. But I also feel like we should be out there helping each other. But we some people do. That's good, and I like that. But some people are misleading on purpose, or maybe they just want to appear as though they know and are misleading others. It's hard. It's just, you have to ferret out a lot of different things. It's like it's just a flood of information and misinformation and distractions, and it's and dealing with two different realities. You know, the one that we see and hear and notice with our senses, and those that supposedly, maybe I'm talking nonsense. You get it? Nonsense. No senses. Maybe that's where they get nonsense. Everything is just flipped upside down. Everything is just flipped upside down for a reason. All right, so I am gonna go to. Oh wait, good. Transition back. No wait, they're just showing the same thing. Show the one in Morocco. My goodness. How hard can it be? All right. I know it's distracting here. I'm sorry, but oh, not that one. Here we go. Let me see if I can get that. Okay, I think I've gotten it. Transition. All right. So the one that's on the left, they have a picture-in-picture. That's why it's not as good. But again, when they adjust the feed correctly, I'll adjust my feed correctly. Again, for the people who are now joining, I'm just splicing two different feeds together. One that's from Raw Story, that's on the left. They're doing their coverage from Morocco. And then there's one from the one on the right is from Griffith Observatory. The stable one is from Griffith Observatory, but the one from Ouarzazate, Morocco, they switch in and out from their main feed showing the moon to showing the moon in a picture-in-picture. And so that's why you see the grainier parts, because I had to adjust everything and resize everything and zoom in from a smaller picture so it doesn't look as good. And once they're done talking, I'll just switch it over. I mean, gosh. We have how many observatories in the world? International Space Station, people with telescopes, news areas that could be filming this. Instead, we've got only 2 really good live streams. I did see another live stream that was okay, and there's like 2 other smaller ones there also doing the same thing. It's just not as crisp and clear as these 2. And then within these 2, one of them just seems to like to talk and show diagrams and not the actual eclipse. Kathy B, right now I can't see the moon, but can see light to the east. It's very esoteric up there. Oh boy. Looks like we missed most of the good parts, but at least they're there to be rewatched. So if you go back once all the live streams are done and fully uploaded, especially on YouTube, where I'm just doing these things from, for example, the Griffith Observatory, it was much redder than the lunar eclipse from Morocco. I would like an explanation on that one. Why is it redder in one area than the other? I would think Morocco would be a lot redder because isn't there a desert near there? I guess LA also has a desert near it, so who knows? Have to be, of course, the time is relative. Let me move this up a little bit. Oh, looks like the clouds are moving in LA just a little bit. Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust everything so they're just a little bit easier to see. once. Oh, wrong story. They switched it back, so let me just go ahead and switch it over, and there we go. Of course, now I have to adjust this a little bit, so bear with me, folks. But at least we have a better picture of the one in Morocco now, because they went back to this as their main feed. See what I mean? And it's getting cloudy in LA. Yeah, it's pretty much over. I'll probably stop streaming it once we see the full moon again. But my observations for today, let me allow. Oh, I'm sorry, Griffith Observatory. No. Sorry. Gosh. Chrome. Okay. Sorry. I didn't mean to. I don't know why that happens. And I'm going to show capture. Oh. My gosh. Chrome. No. That's not right. That's not right. I need to get it so it's in Firefox. All right. So what I want to show people. Oh, you know what? Let's do it some other time. No, I guess I could show it now. Maybe. All right. So, you see this spot here? It's on the one in Morocco. It's on the top left. So if I go to Morocco, if I go to Morocco, that spot that I was showing you is right there. The one that's in LA is right there. I don't know why it's rotated. If maybe that's just how it looks from Morocco, or maybe something got rotated. I don't know. It just something I never really looked at. I'll have to do some extra Google searching sometime. Just pictures of the moon in Morocco, pictures of the moon in California, and just see if that's just how it's seen. Because I always thought the moon would just be in locked position, not actually rotate at all. I could be wrong. It's just something I've noticed. And also something that I noticed is the reddish hues, the blood part, I guess, on the Griffith Observatory. It was a lot redder than the one that we saw in Morocco. So if we look back and at the peak of the lunar eclipse, just do a comparison of the reddish color, because right now it looks like the saturation is identical. I mean, they both look very gray. I think there's a lot more light reflection on the one in Morocco, whatever camera that is. If I wanted to, I could do a post filter of it, but I just feel like post filtering editing is just not something I want to do. But yeah, so 2 observations from just watching these 2 at the same time is the coloration differences, and also the rotation of the moon. Like, I wish I could go outside right now and look at the moon and see the position, but maybe I'll do it tomorrow. It's too cloudy today. Smaller. It's just the zoom specifications. I would say. So the one on the right just looks smaller because it's just not as zoomed in as the one on the left. And something with the one in Morocco, I don't know what it is, but you see how the edges are just kind of shimmering. I wonder if it's just the telescope that they're using or what. But the one at Griffith Observatory is pretty clear. You don't see that shimmering. Maybe it has to do with refresh rates. I don't know. But it's kind of interesting just thinking of how people in the past might have been thinking, because unless you were in a society that were very observant of astrology and very good at math, they wouldn't know when the next lunar eclipse were coming, right? I mean, so if you were in a civilization that was pretty basic, I would say, not very advanced in mathematical concepts or astrological concepts, they wouldn't know when the next lunar or solar eclipse would come. So when they actually came, I always wonder what they thought. And it's fast. I mean, look how long it took. It took about 2 hours, not even 2 hours. I mean, you could fall asleep and not notice it. I mean, how many people would be up outside at night from 10:30 to 12:30 or whatever, and just happen to glance up at the moon, noticing how it's just being covered up and everything's getting really dark. And you know, it just always makes me wonder what people's thoughts were back then. Maybe that's why we have all these stories of what's going on, like solar eclipses and in those civilizations. They always thought it was some monster or animal that's going to eat the sun. One of the interesting stories with the solar eclipses is it was maybe it was China that had this, but their mythology was that, or I forgot what it was, something Rahu, whoever Rahu is, but it was just some deity that was gonna drink some very maybe it was a smaller deity that was drinking some ambrosia that was gonna make him like a full powerful god. But the more powerful god noticed and ended up cutting off its head. But since the Rahu ended up drinking part of it, the part of it that it drank was still in its head, so the head was immortal while the rest of the body died off. So in its anger and its rage and its hatred or its whatever, it would go and eat the sun. But because it didn't have any body to digest it, you know, the sun would be alive at the end of it being eaten by Rahu. So that's one story. But a lot of other stories that I read about, that's just going off the top of my head, is like either wolves or some animal, and a lot of tribes or civilizations would go out during the solar eclipse and bang pots and pans, make a lot of noise, chase whatever it is that was coming to eat the sun, and try to prevent it from happening. And then lunar eclipse is different, and it doesn't deal with the same thing. So they're two different things. Yeah, Kathy B. They used a lunar calendar, not solar. 13 moons, that changes numerology. One of the things that I did notice is the lunar calendar does seem to align more with what needs to be done on Earth, especially with planting, gardening. Oh, it looks like they switched it again. So see how look left and right. You know, that's how I would think it should be, but it's not. Let me adjust this again. And look at the rotation. I'm sorry, it's not my fault, but I'll fix this as much as I can. So on the left is not as sharp as the one on the right, because on the left they're using a picture-in-picture. So all the sharpness is gone. Looks like the partial eclipse is I mean the full eclipse is done with, but there's still partial eclipse of the moon right now. But that's almost over. So when that's over, I'll probably end the feed. But hopefully you enjoyed it, and if you didn't, oh well. Yeah, I think a lot of things changes. A lot of things changed, Kathy. Like with numerology. I don't know for sure, but I feel like the full angle of a circular motion or circular object is 360 degrees, so it would make sense that the calendar year would be 360 days. But there's the two different stories, at least from my search, is that in the Egyptian mythology, Thoth made a wager with the moon to get 1/72nd of its power in order to ensure that this goddess would be able to birth 4 different types of deities, or maybe it's 5. I think. But anyways, he won, and those other deities were born. So those 5 days were 5 deities were associated with the birth of those 5. So you get 365 days a year instead of 360. But the thing is, it doesn't make sense. It would be 1/72 because 1/72 divided by 360, I think that correlates correctly, works. But if you do, oh, looks like they changed the feed again. Or maybe, oh, they're just showing something else. The feed is down. So let's just switch it back to the Griffith Observatory. And we'll end it in a few minutes when they end their stream. So what I was saying, so that it's in celebration, but of course in the Mayan civilization, of course, the preceded Egyptians by at least 1,000 years, I think. And of course on the very opposite end of the earth, very far away. And there's been some evidence that they have visited each other. You could look at their depictions within their artwork. But all this time distance of the two civilizations, you would think they'd at least the mainstream would tell you that there's no way they could have communicated with each other. The Mayan story is that, well, that those 5 days were just not lucky. They say those 5 days, there's 360 days in a year. There's 5 extra days, but those are 5 unlucky days. You should stay inside and not go outside during those 5 unlucky days. But their entire Mayan calendar that they made is based off of 73, not 72. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't add up wholly within the 365-day calendar. I mean, if they would base off 72 and 360 days, not even worry about those 5 unlucky days, then yeah, we would have 360-day calendar, and they would have a cycle of 72 rather than 73. But I think things changed, and they noticed that. So instead of 72, we got 73. So the Egyptian myth is 1/72 of the moon. I think that might be wrong. I think it might have been that, and then it got changed to 73. So some things that I just thought of. Yeah, I'm telling you, dogs, man's best friend, human's best friend, I would say. They know a lot. I mean, they have a sense where they know that something's not right. Like if earthquake's coming, they seem to know. If there's a bad storm coming or like a tornado, they seem to know. It's always good to have a dog. They're basically detectors of events that might not be good, and they can sense them earlier than we can. It gives us at least more time. It gives us a better warning than it coming towards us, whatever it is, without warning. All right, that's it. I think you now know where to go if you want to watch the live streams over on your own. Just go to Raw Story for the Eclipse in Ozate, Morocco, and then if you want to watch the one that you're seeing now, that's in the US, which is in LA, Los Angeles, California, from the Griffith Observatory. You can go to the YouTube channel of Griffith Observatory and watch it there. Thank you everyone who stopped by.